So today I'm going to be filming kind of like a question and answer style video. I feel like I posted that I wanted to film one of these and like ask me questions back when I lived in my old apartment, which was a very long time ago, probably like 3 months now. I moved out and filmed that video. So yeah, I'm just getting around to filming it now because I just kind of have some spare time, and I figured I would answer all those questions that you asked me. There is a lot, over like 300, so I'm not answering them all of them, obviously, but I'm gonna answer a good chunk of them. My hair is driving me crazy. Sorry if I like touch it like a crazy person the entire video, but I just put like some more blonde highlights in my hair. I've been doing it myself, and yeah, that's my deal. Anyways, let's get started. It's actually nighttime and I'm just like filming with my little candle lit. How do you guys like this background, by the way? I thought it was just something different and fun, but it's a new part of my apartment, so yeah. Okay, let's get started. The first one is by Couture Baby, and she says, do you live by yourself now? She asks a couple questions, so let's start with that. Do you live by yourself now? Yes, I still live by myself. I've lived by myself for the past, like, I don't know, 3 or 4, probably 4 years now, 4.5 years. I only lived with someone besides like my parents. I lived with a group of 3 girls for 1 year, or 2 other girls for 1 year, and then I lived with an ex-boyfriend, or current boyfriend at that time, for a year, and then I moved out on my own ever since then. It's just been me and my little Bella. She also said, is your hair natural or do you highlight it? Hence the fact I do highlight it. It's pretty much natural, but I do give some highlights, but it's, yeah, my hair's, I don't dye it or anything crazy like that. So that's that. Okay, so I have a question from Stephanie Vasquez. I'm really bad at names, sorry. She goes, what did you study in college? Okay, so I studied entrepreneurship, business in college. And then what would your dream job be? That's a really good question. I really just want to like own my own business. I'm not sure what I want to own or what I want to do, but basically I feel like right now I'm pretty set. Like with YouTube is like probably one of my favorite dream jobs. And then working as a manager at Hollister, I really like it. I like my life and the jobs that I have right now. They're very fulfilling and fun and enjoyable. Every day I wake up and I don't mind going to work. So yeah, and I don't mind editing videos and filming them, so I'm pretty happy. And then I know that's a rush question, but I'm obsessed with children. How many kids do you want? I want a huge family, minimum of like 4, maximum of like 8. Yeah, I want a lot of kids. Oh, I love them. So yeah. Okay, Brooke asks, Brooke Orphan asks, what are your relationship deal breakers? Okay, so pretty much like the things that I look for in a guy are like, do they get along with my family? What are their passions? Like, do they have really big goals and passions, or are they completely content in what they're doing? I like someone that's like super driven. Like, there's nothing wrong with being happy, like, with what you're doing and like just working like a normal job or anything like that, but I like someone that has like super amounts of passion, like really wants to do something crazy in life, just really exciting and fun. And then besides that, deal breakers, I would say obviously like the fact that if I can't trust someone or things like that, but like looks wise, I'm like all over the map. I don't really have like a specific type or anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that. Okay, this is a good question. It says, if you could change your name to any name, what would you change it to? Okay, so I thought about this a lot when I was a little kid. I always wanted my name to be Allie. I don't know why. It was just something that I always wanted. Allie or Molly. I love the LLY. And I feel like it's because Kelly is kind of like that, but not exactly. So I don't know why I've always wanted it like that, but that's pretty much, I've always wanted my name to be like an Ollie, like a Molly, or yeah. I don't know. Weird. Anyways. Okay, so Kelly, how about a video on tips to organize daily life? Okay, so this is a video that I'm actually going to be planning on doing, kind of how I stay organized, like what my tips and tricks are, and like how I just organize my day-to-day life, because I know that organization can be really hard for some people, and I find it very easy to do and to like stay on track, and like I organize everything. I'm pretty much probably a crazy OCD organizer, but I love it and things just happen so much better. So I do plan on doing a video on that sometime soon. So yeah, keep your eye out for that. Okay, what are some beauty mistakes that you made when you were younger that you regret now? So one of my biggest regrets when I was little, and it's not necessarily like it's kind of beauty related. Well, it's definitely beauty related, but I would do sunless tanner a lot when I was a kid, and I had no idea what I was doing. God, why did my mom not tell me? But I would literally like rub it in my face, but not rub it all down my neck or anywhere else, so you would just see like a mask of like sunless tanner on my face. It was terrible, like really bad. I don't know why I did that. So that was probably number one. Number two is I would get the really, I would get like fake nails put on, but I would get them with like weird tips, like they like scooped out. I really like that. I don't know why. I thought back then it was so cool, but that was probably one of those things that I was like, not cute for me. Anyways, yeah, that was probably number one. And then the sunless tanner was so bad, but I didn't really wear makeup through like middle school and high school besides like mascara and stuff. So besides that, nothing too crazy. All right, so I have a question here that I find kind of interesting because I have a hard time doing this like myself. But she asks, how do you balance work, friends and family, a healthy lifestyle, and other activities with filming videos and having a YouTube channel? So this is kind of hard for me, and I do struggle with this quite a bit because in the past, I was like really like all about my YouTube channel, and I still am, don't get me wrong, but like I would literally not go out on a Saturday night just to sit home and film videos. Like I was really crazy about it. And then I got to the point where I was like, I want to still live my life while I do this. Like I have to like cut it off and be like, this is a job. I need to not make it my entire life. And so I've kind of tried to do that more often, but there are times now that I will pick friends and family or other things over YouTube, and I really need to be better about that. But I think that just once you're like happy and into a routine, you kind of just develop a sense of sort of like scheduling and planning. Like, I don't know, but I pretty much film videos whenever I get a spare chance. Like if I have some extra time and I'm like in the mood, I will go ahead and film a video. But yeah, sometimes like tonight I just like I'm waiting for friends to get done, and then I'm gonna go hang out with them, so I figured why not just film a video in the meantime. So I kind of make a balance, but before, when I first started my channel, it was like literally all YouTube, nothing else, and then I went through a stage where it was like all friends and stuff like that and nothing else. So it's like now I feel like I'm kind of making a happy medium, and I think it's just because it's balancing things that I already love. I just have to find a way to balance them. So that's kind of what I do, and making a schedule for YouTube seriously helps. Okay, I have a question about high school. So it says, was high school a good time for you, and did you like it? You know, there are times where I'm like, oh, I wouldn't go back for high school ever. I hated high school, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Thinking back now, I had some awesome friends in high school, and I had a lot of fun in high school. I dated someone for the majority of my high school. He was a year older than me, so from 9th grade to 11th grade, I was with someone, and then he went away my senior year, went away to college, and I kind of just did my own thing. And I had a really good high school, to be completely honest. It was like for my first couple of years, like for my junior, sophomore year, I had a lot of problems with like bullies, just like mean girls. But besides that, like I don't know, I didn't mind it. There was just a lot of drama in a small town, so it kind of got to the point where I was like, get me out of here. But looking back, it wasn't that bad, and I had really good friends, so high school was good, but college is definitely way better. Okay, so I get this question a lot. Were you nervous about telling people that you were a YouTuber? To this day, I still am and still don't tell people. I don't know what it is. And when people find out that I'm a YouTuber or watch my videos, I really find it strange that are in my day-to-day life. I actually had a girl that she now works at Hollister. She's an associate under me. I'm her manager. And she used to watch my videos, and then she started working there, and she's like, I found it hard to like watch your videos because like, especially some of your personal like vlog videos, like I would know more about you and then I'd have to work. Like you were my manager. I'm like, yeah, that probably is kind of weird, huh? So she's kind of like stopped watching my videos, but I know a lot of people that I do work with, like hence Brandon, if he's watching this right now, hey. But I know a lot of people that I do work with still watch my videos. And to me, it's kind of strange, but because I'm just like a normal person and I don't want like I don't know. It's just like weird to know. I know I put myself out there and I can't be mad that people watch my videos that are in my day-to-day life, but I guess I find it slightly strange, but whatever, what are you gonna do, right? It's just something that I have to remember, because it's like when I started making these videos, I was making them for complete strangers, and I grew to know the people that I was watching them, but they weren't people that were in my day-to-day life. And now that I know like a lot more people that I know watch my videos, it's kind of a little bit more strange, and I have to like watch what I say. I don't know. You have to give out not too much information, because it can affect you more when they know you in real life than just YouTube friends. So that's probably like, still, yeah, crazy. Okay, I get this question. Any tips for how to get over boys? Girl. I will even admit this, if you're my friend in real life and you ask me tips about boys, I am the worst person to give advice on that. Like seriously, because I feel like you can't give advice to girls on guys, because you only use your bias and opinion of what you're going through at that moment. So if you're happy in a relationship and someone asks you about your boyfriend, or someone is telling you about their boyfriend and how shitty things are, you're going to be biased. And then if you are just broken up with a boyfriend and you're giving your friend advice, you're going to be like totally biased, being like, get rid of him, there's so much better stuff out in the world for you. And then it's like, so it's hard to give advice for guys, and I'll be the number one like seriously person to tell you, do not ask my advice, don't take my advice, because I'm a complete nutcase when it comes to that, and the heart can't help who it loves. And if you think you're in a shitty relationship, it's probably best to get out, but I can't tell you to get out, because yeah, we all go through that stuff. And I feel like no one can tell you when you should end things. You'll just know, like you just will. And if you keep going, then that's your choice, but you'll know when enough is enough, I feel like. So I guess that's my tip. Just don't listen to what others say. You'll know in your heart what to do, but you can totally vent to other people. But what I've learned the most is not to vent too much, because then people are like, think you're wishy-washy, because of course everyone's wishy-washy, but it's like, I don't know, to tell someone you're like, oh, I'm happy, and then the next minute I'm like, oh, I'm so sad. Now we're happy, now we're making it work, and then you're like, what is wrong with this crazy person? But it's like, people go through that every day, you just never know, and it's like, well, when you tell everyone, they know, and then they think you're absolutely bananas. Story of my life. Anyways, I get this a lot. And how tall am I? I'm like 5'5", 5'6", pretty much. Okay, this is a really good question. I actually talked about this with one of my friends at work the other day, and it says, if you started reading a book and realized it was a book about your life, would you keep reading, or would you put the book down and stop reading? This is really, really difficult for me, because I am such a controlled plan freak, like I just am. So I don't know. To be completely honest, I would say, oh no, I wouldn't. But then I totally feel like I would, just because I would want to avoid the bad. But I did read a book about this, like a book a while ago. It was something about people who discovered Facebook before Facebook was a thing. It was like a teen book, I don't know, and they like found it, and they like tried to change like what was going on to try to change the outcome, and then every day they'd look at Facebook, and every different decision they made in their life based on what they knew changed the outcome of who they were with, who their friends were, and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I would probably read at least like a week in advance, but you know what, I feel like if you read, it wouldn't end up that way anyways. I don't know. It's all just real confusing. But I'd like to say I probably would try to tell myself no. I'd probably set it on fire. And then I'd probably try to put all the pieces back together once I burnt it. Yeah, that's my life. Anyways, would you rather have 2 arms, 1 leg, or 2 legs and 1 arm? I don't know. That sounded really stupid. Probably 2 legs, 1 arm. No. 2 arms, 1 leg. 2 arms, 1 leg, for sure. Because I like the girl off Real Housewives of New York. She rocks that 1 leg. Heck yeah. All right. This question is kind of really sweet. And I actually follow her on Instagram. Her name is Lauren Blemmings. She says, what is it like having a bunch of girls like myself look up to you? And that's a question that I get a lot. And especially when I see subscribers in person and they come up to me at work, and a lot of my colleagues are like, wow, is it weird like knowing that and like meeting your subscribers? And you know what? It is weird, because I don't know how to react, because I'm just a normal girl. And a lot of you that come up to me are like, oh my God, like, and to me it's just so strange, because I'm just sitting in my apartment filming a video. Not that exciting, not that entertaining, but for you guys, it's kind of cool to think that people look up to me, and I really do take it pretty seriously, just because I think it's good to have realistic people to look up to, and people that are just doing things that they like to do and talking about things that they like, and not, you know, celebrities that are kind of like that unrealistic goal. And just kind of, it's nice to have someone a little bit older than you to look up to and see and just kind of learn things from. So I really think it's an honor to have people that look up to me. I don't know, I just think that's really cool, because I do that with so many other people here on YouTube, that it's like, I'm happy that some of y'all can relate to me and find my, you know, life lessons and stuff like that helpful. So thank you, Lauren, you're so sweet. But yeah, she's super sweet, and I follow her on Instagram. Okay, this one's kind of interesting. It says, whenever you have kids, would you become a mommy vlogger? And you know what, I could honestly see myself doing that. It really truly depends on like my, you know, husband and all that kind of stuff, and what ends up happening with that, like what he does for a living or anything like that. But I definitely see myself doing more mommy-like things, like cooking videos and like craft videos and like having like a mommy vlog, because that's just kind of who I am. And I think it would be cool to kind of see my progression of like makeup to you know, older things, because let's be real, guys, I'm getting older. So all these things are things to think about, and I mean, kids are not anywhere in my future right this, you know, in the near future, but that's sort of stuff that, yeah, for sure, I would like to continue doing that when I do get older, and go through those things, because I think that's really cool. And especially seeing like it's Judy time and stuff like that, how she's kind of transitioned, is really cool. But she still kept her makeup channel. That's probably what I would want to do. Okay, this one's an interesting one. Hey Kelly, my question is, what is your most embarrassing moment to date? My most embarrassing moment to date. Oh, well, no, this isn't my most embarrassing moment. I can't think of what my most embarrassing moment is. But, yeah, just, what was it, yesterday? I was watering my basil plant, which is out on my porch, like my balcony thing. And, yeah, I only had my underwear on and a tank top. And I figured I could just get out real quick. And nope, there was a guy out there saying hi, trimming the bushes. And I'm like, oh, hey. Awkward, like legit super awkward. I was like, this is uncomfortable. So yeah, that was probably pretty embarrassing for me. Y'all want to see Bella? I had to like call her for like 5 minutes, but oh, her's coming to say hi to you guys. Want to say hi? Say hi. Hi. Say hi, dude. What up, dude? You love me? Everyone misses you. Say hi. Say hi. This is Bella. I don't know if y'all know her. She's 6 years old. Hers a beagle mixed with a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. Do you want to tell everybody how we met? Alright, so me and my friend Amanda and Brittany went to the Marketplace Mall, which is in Rochester, New York. It was... when was it? In like July? It was in July. No, it was in August. It was in August of 2008. Yes. And we went to the mall to do some shopping. And then I ended up with a Bella. Yes, I bought her. Oh, she's so happy. She's like, Mommy hoarding me. So I bought her, and she was really cute. I just like looked at her little butt and knew she was a girl. I was like, can I see her? Can I see her? And then I picked her, and then we picked a pretty collar and a leash, and then it broke, and you ran away from me at the mall. She's like, Mom, this is embarrassing. And then I wanted to take her back the first night that I got her. I stayed at my boyfriend's parents' house with her, and I was like, in the morning, I was like, I think I want to take her back, like, because she cried all night long. Puppies can be kind of difficult. Hey, where you going? They can be kind of difficult when they're puppies, if y'all know. And thank God I didn't take her back, because right now I couldn't imagine my life without her. But yeah, I did want to take her back. So that's my story on how I met Bella. I get a lot of questions on like, who is Bella? What is she? What breed is she? Yada, yada, yada. And how I trained her. I was really bad about training her, and she's still kind of like nutso, but she does what she can. You do what you can. Come here. She's like, no. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's it. Yep. I guess that's enough for this question and answer video. Now I have to edit it. It's like 25 minutes long. It's gonna be kind of crazy, but I hope you guys found this video kind of interesting. Let me know if you want more other question and answer videos. You can leave your questions down below and maybe I'll make another one for you guys. So, yep, I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.